Hello, my name's Paul Crowther, and I can still remember just about the time 11 years ago when I first drove up to the Wirral. I'd been working at the time for a church down in Dorset on the south coast of England, and I'd heard about a youth and children's worker job that was coming up at Holy Trinity Spital that sounded interesting, and the sort of challenges involved were the ones that I enjoy taking on. So myself and my wife drove up here. I don't know if I should admit this to people who are native from the Wirral, because you'll probably lynch me, but I had to look up on a map where the Wirral was, and I found it, and we planned a route. It was a long drive up. I didn't really know what to expect on our way up. I had no real preconceptions about the northwest of England. I remember driving past the Ellesmere Port oil refinery, and I think at that moment I've got a beautiful picture of the northwest, as you've got the big oil refinery on one side of the road, and on the other side you've got the beautiful Welsh mountain hills, and you can see some glorious views out the other side of the car. And I think for me, well, that for me anyway, sums up this area. And as we turned off the motorway onto this roundabout and turned towards Spital, I have to admit we were pleasantly surprised with what we found. Those of you who live here, the part of the Spital estate that you probably know is actually part on the two near corners to the main road that goes past it that I'm on now. You've probably been along to Claremont Farm at some point in your life. That's coming up just here on the right hand side. We've not got time to go in there today, but Claremont Farm is an amazing place. Beautiful farm shops and great produce, and they put on some brilliant events during the year that lots of the community and those from wider around the Wirral come along to. There's also fisheries down there as well. So this is the Spital estate just on our right. People locally sometimes call it the Poulton Lancelin estate, but the train station, and if you look at it on our map, we labelled Spital, and that's where we're heading now on this beautiful, glorious, sunny day. I think the moment when I realised the Wirral was the place for me was actually just up here at the precinct that we're coming up to. So you've got the Three Stags pub on one side, then on the other side you've got the doctor's surgery and the chemist, and you've got the one-stop shop and the chippy and a variety of other things, a lovely cake shop there as well. I think, yeah, the moment when I first thought, yeah, the Wirral is the place for me, was actually in the one-stop shop. It was the Spa at that time, and I bumped into a lady just down there, and she was an older lady, and she introduced herself to me. Within 30 seconds she was telling me her life story and all about a horrific illness that she was going through and all the gory details of it, and her openness and friendliness and kindness. Do you know what, that made me think, yes, this is the place where we want to be. And myself and my wife were delighted when we were offered the job up here and got to move up here 11 years ago. Since then I've been part of the Spital estate. I've been a member of Holy Trinity Church. We're just going to turn off here just on the left. We're going to drive past what I like to call the birthday tree. There's nothing wrapped around it today, but this is definitely a key part of the estate. When someone's got a key birthday, big banners wrapped around that tree, and everyone knows then what age they've turned. Yeah, so lived on the estate, worked here as a youth and children's worker for the last 10, just about 11 years. And now I'm the associate minister at the church. And one of the reasons why I've become associate minister is because the church has decided to try out some new things, and I've been given the privilege of heading those up. So one of the things we're running now is a Sunday afternoon service that's going to happen every single week. We're going to start at 4 o'clock with some refreshments and some cake before the service begins. Then 4:30 to 5:30 the service itself will run. There'll be children's work and a crèche provided during that, and then at 5:30 we're going to have a simple meal together as well at the end. We're planning to make this a warm, welcoming, friendly place A really simple service. We're trying to get rid of things like Christian jargon. We're not going to be using that. There'll be songs, but there won't be any pressure to join in, because we want to be a place where you can come along no matter what you think at the moment, whether you've got doubts, whether you've got questions. We want to be a place where you can come and explore the Christian faith with friends. So we'd love you to join us anytime you're able to on Sunday afternoons. I'll be there every week, but don't let that put you off. There'll be plenty of friendly people there as well, with a big smile and a good welcome. I'm just turning into the church. We're right on the corner of the estate. So you turn into the car park here. There's a big front car park. If the car park's full, it's got a few cars around today, then there is a back car park. We'll drive around there as well. There's also some disabled spaces just on my right hand side near the front door. So let's drive around to the back car park. So park up anywhere you can find a space. Anytime from 4 o'clock, come along, and yeah, we would be delighted to have you with us. You'll always receive a warm invite, a friendly smile, probably some bad jokes, but anytime you'd like to come along and join us, we'd love to have you. Thank you very much for listening, and look forward to seeing you soon, hopefully.